using clone stamp tool can be an amazing way to retouch our images, and it's so similar to using healing brush tool. However, maybe the only difference between both of them is that using clone stamp tool will be copying and pasting from samples without blending those samples in new destination, unlike healing brush tool, which is blending. Sometimes it's nice and sometimes it's creating a smudge around those retouched areas. To see that amazing tool in action, here we have an image of mine a while ago in Copenhagen, Denmark, and actually I like that image a lot, especially with that yellow house in background and those nice trees in here. However, I don't really like that sign, and also maybe we need to remove that lighting from our image. So if we enable that layer in here, we can see what I want to do. We've got rid of that sign and also that lighting, and I slightly rotated that image. So let's disable that one and start adjusting original image. Selecting our background. Here, as you can see, my friend took that image with a slight rotation in image. So let's correct that quickly. We're gonna be dragging a guide maybe for our horizon. Let's set it maybe at that area. Then let's duplicate our background, dragging our background to here to have a duplicate of our layer. Now pressing Command or Control T so we can rotate our image just a bit like that. Then pressing Alt or Option key to enlarge our image a bit to cover these areas, as those are existing because of our background. Let's disable that one. Now we have these areas in here, so we need to be transforming our image, pressing Alt or Option to enlarge it in center, then hitting return, then selecting clone stamp tool or S for shortcut. Now also let's open that window in here. If you don't have that one opened, select clone source, and that clone source panel can be also used with healing brush tool, and we will see in a second how to use that one. Just make sure you have a soft brush with zero hardness, and you have normal mode with align selected, and you have sample. Let's select all layers, and once you find sample option, that means that you can be using that tool in a new layer to preserve your original layer, not to destroy your layers. So we're gonna be creating a new layer, clicking that button in here, rearranging our layer. Now let's maybe start sampling from asphalt, that area in here, so we can be pressing Alt or Option key. Then I'm gonna be hovering over that area. Let's increase our brush size a bit, pressing right square bracket. Now you can see why I selected that area, so I can align that line with our original line. Because if I selected maybe an area like this one, pressing Alt and I start painting maybe over our sign, just like that, I'm gonna get my lines not aligned with our original image, and that's why I'm gonna be undoing that and resampling from that line. So make sure you are always selecting an edge or a line so you can align that one easily with your original image. And also don't select your samples too close from your sign or what you want to retouch, because if you started to do that, you will be moving your retouched element just like that sign. So I'm gonna be resampling maybe from that part, then aligning that line and starting to paint over. Now we have a pause. If I start drawing from that area, it will be remembering where we left from, because we have that aligned selected, so we can keep painting over that sign. Now in that case, let me zoom in a bit. Here in that image, we don't have any sample to cover that car's front area or that car's also front area. Luckily, I have another version from that image, and what's really cool is that we can be sampling even from other images. And we can be also using that clone source panel to do that. So for instance, here we have 5 sampling places. We can keep adding different samples to each and every icon of these. So for the first icon, we already have our sample added to that one. We can be selecting maybe clone source 2, then going to that image in here. My friend was taking multiple shots and I'm gonna be resampling from here. So I'm gonna be pressing Alt or Option key and clicking maybe on that area. Now let's go back to our original image and start painting over these cars. So now we're getting these missing pixels from our image. Now we can keep painting over these areas, just getting from the other image. As you can see, that sample we've got from the other image is working like charm in that image because they are almost the same. Now we need to get rid of that part. Maybe you can be moving to that icon, our third icon. We can be adding another sample, maybe that white area from the sky, pressing Alt or Option key and trying to remove that part. Now let's zoom in a bit, trying to add more details for that car. As you can see, we don't have the best ceiling for the car, so we can be using maybe the smudge tool. In here you can find that one under your blur tool. You have sharpen tool and smudge tool, and reducing that one a bit. Also you can be selecting sample all layers, which means that you can be using that tool on a separate layer as well. And now can be moving that area a bit, just trying to blend those two areas. Simply that smudge tool is dragging pixels just like that. As you can see, we can be dragging pixels around. However, it's also adding blur, so you need to be careful while you're using that one. And also it has a strength, you can be modifying that one. And also to gain some sharpness, we can be using the healing brush tool again, reducing our brush size a bit and sampling from that tree in here to add some sharpness to that area. And maybe also from ceiling we can be turning on aligned, so we can get that one aligned, reducing our brush size. And so on. Now let's say you don't have another image to sample from, like that case, and you have that sign. So in that case, instead of like trying to recover these missing parts from the cars, you can be sampling maybe from these trees covering those cars. So let me zoom out a bit. So here where we had our sign, and we can see that from that line in here we can be fixing those misalignments by using the smudge tool as well, to maybe realign those lines a bit, increasing our brush size and dragging that line slightly like that. So just slight touches using that one. And now if we don't have another image to sample from, we can be using also the stamp tool or clone stamp tool, maybe sampling from these trees to hide those cars. We need to reselect sample from all layers, pressing Alt or Option key. Then we can start hiding these cars with some greens. And try to sample from areas that have the same lighting, depth of field, or maybe same color gradient, so they can be blending in a nice way. And so on, we can keep hiding that one. However, I don't need to do that, so I'm gonna be opening history window, and we can go back all the way till smudge tool where we had these two cars, and zooming out a bit so we can check the result. It looks really nice, and there is no trace for that sign. Now let's also remove that one. Selecting clone stamp tool. Now maybe let's sample from that tree in here, pressing Alt or Option key in that area. I'm trying to mimic that one. Sampling the part. Now maybe shifting those branches all the way to here. So I'm gonna be cloning that area and move it to here just to hide the original tree. Maybe sampling that area as well. And sampling that tree to get it taller like that. Hide it with some branches. Now what also might be quite challenging is that part, so let's zoom in a bit. Here we can be drawing a selection and pressing shift to add that part to our selection. So we have our cloned area controlled within only that selection. Maybe removing that part from our selection, pressing Alt or Option key to remove that area. Now switching to stamp tool, pressing Alt to get that edge, aligning that one. Now we have got that mirror, so let's resample that area, maybe that yellow once again, and sampling from that area as well. Now sampling from the tree. Now pressing Command or Control D to get rid of that selection and drawing maybe another selection so we can even enhance that tree. Pressing Command D and now pressing R to rotate canvas just so I can draw better a line like that. Now pressing escape to get it as it was. Switching to clone stamp tool. Maybe I'm gonna be cloning that part from the tree. Reducing brush size so we can get that tree's edge. Now we need to disable aligned. Pressing Command D. Now we need to be blending that. We can be sampling from here just to blend those two areas within the tree. Sampling from here as well. So maybe you can be adding that part. And so on, you can keep on going further. So now let's even zoom out and check our results. And we can be checking before and after, disabling our layer. That actually looks amazing. And now let's go for another tool. Here we have, if you right click your clone stamp tool, you will find pattern stamp tool. You might be using that one maybe while you're designing not while you're retouching. However, this one will be painting patterns. So if we start spraying like that, we're getting that pattern sprayed within our image, and it's somehow transparent. If we disable that option in here, it won't be transparent anymore. So if we start painting over that house, it will be looking like that. And also you can be changing your patterns from here, selecting any of these patterns, or you can be loading from other presets. You can be experimenting with these presets in here, or you can be uploading yours. If you downloaded any from internet, you can be loading or saving them. So let me undo that. So guys, try to use clone stamp tool if you're not getting best results using healing brush tools. So that's it for the clone stamp tool, and I'll be seeing you in next video.